From the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications, your home for the latest Marshall University news. You're watching MU Report.
Good afternoon, I'm Chantil Foster. Welcome to MU Report. This newscast is coming to you from the studios of Marshall University with news from around the campus and community. We're glad you're joining us here on our YouTube channel. Now, on to our top story. Marshall University and the Huntington community came together in protest of the Trump administration's executive order. What is now being called the, quote, Muslim ban has sparked controversy across the world. Even here in Huntington, the protesters took to the steps of City Hall. Tom Jenkins has the story.
In the week following the executive order that would ban 7 Muslim-majority countries, peaceful protesters would gather at the steps of Huntington City Hall to show that they stand with the refugees across the world. Marshall University students, faculty, and Huntington natives came out in opposition of the Trump administration's order.
I don't necessarily agree with the direction it's going, but people voted one way and decided that they should change and use the system in a different way. The start is pretty rocky, as far as I can see. So, our gentleman out there has give Trump a chance. Yes, we should, but he has to also listen to what the people are trying to tell him and his administration. The
protest is just another grassroots movement that has come up in the past few weeks. Students and locals believe this is a constructive way to use their freedom of speech, and it shows that they are being heard.
It is good. I think we need to show that all people do care, and West Virginia has not necessarily the best reputation as being open, and sometimes it is there, sometimes it's not. But by having a lot of people coming and supporting and saying that we have to be open-minded and accept other people matters a lot.
It has only been a month under the new administration, and it seems as though protests like these are just the beginning. Tom Jenkins, MU Report.
Thanks, Tom. Today, more than ever, politics and cultural differences can trigger anyone or make them feel uncomfortable. That's why Marshall University offers counseling to students who are struggling with classes, fitting in, or just needing someone to talk to. Cassell Lim has more on the Counseling Center.
Stigma may keep many college students from going to counseling centers, but here at Marshall, students' records are kept confidential to protect their privacy. Reports showed Marshall students seek help with various reasons like anxiety issues and relationship problems, and counselors work with them according to their needs.
You go to class to learn things that you're going to have with you the rest of your life, and that's what happens here. If you are feeling depressed, sad, blue, I would much rather you make the mistake and come in here when you don't really need us than to not come and suffer through that.
Research shows 1 in 4 students have a diagnosable illness, while 40% do not seek help, and 50% have been so anxious they struggle in school.
I think it's an awesome thing that they have here. I mean, college in and of itself causes a lot of stress, and I think it's great that there's somewhere that students can go for free and kind of relieve the stress off of them.
Marshall itself has 628 students visiting the counseling center last November and 498 students in January this year, with school starting midway through the month.
Actually, yeah, I've stopped in there once, and it's nice to just have somebody to vent your frustration to. That was it. It was a one-time thing.
So what are the signs students should note that it's time for them to seek help? The director of Marshall Counseling Center said typically if students feel low for 2 weeks and more or see changes in their sleep and motivation, they should talk to somebody. Cassell Lim, MU Report.
That was Cassell Lim reporting. For many students, finding time to eat in between classes can be a bit of a time constraint. That just got a little easier with a new app called Tap and Go. When asked if they've heard about the Tap and Go app, many students answered, "I have not." With the tap of a finger, food can be ready in the blink of an eye. Marshall has now paired with the Tap and Go app, where anybody on campus can order food ahead of time, and it allows them to stay on schedule.
I think it's definitely helpful as far as getting to class on time, especially when you have several classes in a row and you're hungry or thirsty or you need your coffee or whatever. You can run in and run out and not have to worry about being late for class versus standing in line for 15 minutes.
Tap and Go will order ahead for any of the restaurants in the Student Center, including Starbucks. The Drinko coffee shop is also participating in this speedy service to keep people on their way and out of those long lines. That seems to be the part that most students are excited about.
I mean, I think it's stressful sometimes, trying to get to class, trying to fit everything in your schedule. I have a really busy schedule, so I kind of eat whenever I can eat, and just having the app, you don't have to wait around. You can just get whatever you need to get and go on your way, so it doesn't take up a lot of time.
As we just saw, the Memorial Student Center on Marshall's campus is a great place for students to meet, grab a cup of coffee, or pick up something to eat. But what many students may not know is the basement of the Student Center is also a place for people to gather. They like to be known as the basement dwellers. Reporter Breon Taylor went downstairs to find out more.
Kind of got really kind of weird.
As community comes in all shapes and sizes, for some, it begins right in the basement of the Student Center.
We just don't really fit in anywhere else, I guess. It's a place that I've always thought to be very accepting, and there's just a lot of room down here, and I don't know, in a way it's just special to me.
Not all students come to the basement to play pool or tennis, but to make friends they will have for life.
You get to meet people who are really nice and friendly. It shows that a lot of people who go here are nice people. Everyone is different, and you can fit in with everyone. It makes you really feel like you are part of a community.
As plans to improve the Student Center as a whole is in the makes, faculty says they will not forget to include its students.
They're there all day long, and if it weren't for them, we probably wouldn't have a rec area per se, because they use it. I mean, they really do use it, and that's something that if we make future plans that would never be taken away, we would implement them in the planning and possibly even get their ideas, their thoughts on what they would like to see down there.
For those who call themselves the basement dwellers, this place is more than a building. It's a home. Breon Taylor, MU Report.
That was Breon Taylor reporting. MU Report's Jake Griffith joins us now for a Marshall sports update. Jake, how did the herd fare this weekend?
Well, thanks, Chantil. And to answer your question, no, they didn't fare too well this past weekend. Marshall on a bit of a cold streak. They entered Saturday's game at home on a 2-game losing streak, looking to get off the schneid against the Lady Texters of Louisiana Tech, sub 500 Louisiana Tech. Lady Thunder and Her have done a good job of defending home court this season, 9-3 at the cam. Shayna Gore dishes down low to Taliko Hamilton. She'll kiss it off the glass for 2. And then Taylor Porter, stellar defense, steal from behind, fast break, buckets for the Lady Thundering Herd. But on the other end, Kiara Anthony, trying to keep La Tech in it, knocks down the 3 from the top of the key. But Keon Evans answers, splits the defense, and throws up the floater. It's good. Marshall would take a 5-point lead into the second quarter. Miss gets her own rebound in the second quarter and puts it back up and in, then 3, and it was all Lady Texters from here on out. From the corner, it's good. And then right before the shot clock expires, Onions, she knocks it down. 4-3. Kiara Anthony balled out in this game. 23 points for the Lady Texters in a 72-54 loss for the Thundering Herd. Their third straight. It's been a tough go of things lately. After the game, head coach Matt Daniel, your thoughts?
Did you get the sense yesterday in practice that there might be a little bit of a hangover from the way that Thursday went down?
Yes. Yeah. I had an idea it was coming. But, we're trying to coach them up, bring them great energy. We've had a great turnout. Sweetheart Clinic was great. We went over there and helped with that. There is life outside of basketball, and the lessons we're teaching are the lessons we're trying to teach are too much right now. I think we need to focus on basketball.
The Marshall men's basketball team was also in action this past Saturday. They traveled to Ruston, Louisiana, where they fell at the hands of the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, their third straight loss as well. Now, they have the week off. They do take on Western Kentucky Saturday in Bowling Green. Keep in mind, the Hilltoppers looking for revenge, word to Drake, after Marshall blew them out by 20 points last month. Remember, that was also the game the Thundering Herd tied the record for most made threes with 19. Earlier this week, MUTV caught up with power forward Ryan Taylor to get his thoughts on the season so far.
Just go out there and compete night in and night out, try to bring my best every game, and just be as competitive as possible. I don't like to lose, and I wasn't worried about the numbers. I know with Coach D'Antoni's style, everybody's gonna get numbers every night, be recognized that week as one of the top players in the nation, and I just tried to go out there and play basketball, and I knew I was getting healthy at the time, and it was just good for me. I mean, and great for the university. I think I was the first player in Marshall history to be named that, so it brought a lot of good publicity to Marshall University and the basketball team as well, too.
And lastly, the Marshall swim and dive team was back in action at home for the final home meet of the year. It was the MU Invite. Now, the MU Invite was an exhibition meet, but it served as senior day for the swim and dive team, and nonetheless, Marshall set a couple pool records as well as the event was timed. One of those records, Jordan Odell finished first as a freshman, mind you, clocking in with a 2:00.2. That is one of the highest marks in Conference USA this season. That was the second pool record. Now, the first was set on Friday, the first day of the event, by Emma Lockyer. She set a pool record in the 400 IM with a first place finish with a 4:23.36. That ranks fourth in Conference USA this season. And speaking of Conference USA, up next for the Marshall Swim and Dive team is the Conference USA Tournament in Atlanta, Georgia later this month. So good luck, ladies, and congratulations on an amazing season. MU Report is going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
For the latest Marshall news and sports, there's only one place you can trust. MUTV. Our team works hard to deliver you the news you want when you need it.
And Chantil Foster joins us now to tell us about it. Chantil?
Business owners believe that the bill will bring in new business, including Marshall students.
MUTV, Marshall University's campus TV news source.
Welcome back. The city of Huntington was once home to the father of Black History Month, Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Marshall University and the city of Huntington would host a dinner to honor Woodson and kick off Black History Month. Reporter Danielle Wright has the story.
Black History is now here, and Marshall University, along with several Huntington representatives, made the father of Black History, Carter G. Woodson, the man of the night, honoring him with a private dinner and reception.
This is the opening ceremony for the 2017 Black History Month. It is also an occasion for us to remember Dr. Woodson's Huntington and West Virginia roots.
President Dr. Jerome Gilbert, Mayor Steve Williams, and West Virginia Delegate Sean Hornbuckle were all in attendance and spoke about the importance of Woodson and his connection to Huntington.
Dr. Woodson certainly embodied the notion that education and increasing social and professional contacts among blacks and whites could reduce racism, and he promoted an organized study of Black history partly for that purpose.
The fact that our nation recognizes Black History Month during the month of February, Huntington, West Virginia, Marshall University must own Black History Month because of Carter G. Woodson. That's why it's so absolutely important that we begin this month on this night and have a month of festivities.
The Dr. Carter G. Woodson Lyceum will be sponsoring events all month long to recognize African Americans and to educate the Marshall community. The Dr. Carter G. Woodson Lyceum and the City of Huntington kicked off Black History Month in their first event, announcing the day as Carter G. Woodson Day. Danielle Wright, MU Report.
That's all the time we have today for this edition of MU Report. This show will air on our YouTube channel and on Marshall Parthenon website, and we're always looking for news that affects Marshall community. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of MU Report, and we'll see you again next week. I'm Chantil Foster. Have a great day.